Hey guys and gals, it's Tripl-L, and now let's talk Attack on Titan Season 2, officially episode 30. So, this episode continued the problems that were going on with a few of the scouts that were stuck in that tower, and we got to see Ymir's secret. So, it was an action-packed episode towards the second half of the episode, towards the last half of the episode, but it was a more somber kind of shenanigan for the first half, because the first half was covering that flashback between Krista and Ymir, and just showing us that Ymir was willing to use that Titan form early on. I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot who Daz was, and I had to look it up again because I really could not remember the guy, but it was that really scared looking guy. Anyway, the episode is just building up for the thing where Ymir is just fighting things off. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that flashback earlier, because if we had seen that flashback earlier, we would have been tipped off that Ymir was a Titan. I mean, she left a giant hole in the snow when she transformed, when we heard the explosion. So, in that regard, I understand. It's just like the build-up wasn't really there. This is more of a, oh yeah, these characters could have known about this had they been a bit smarter earlier on in their story. But it wasn't a thing. It's just kind of one of those things that it's just like, yeah, guys, like this was happening from a long time ago. The Titan transformation was a thing. Now let's just talk about the easiest part first, regarding the entire Ymir versus a horde of Titans scene. Ymir is a smaller Titan, and we do get confirmation as well that she is the one that destroyed Rainer's friend. But Ymir is a smaller Titan. We see that she's just running around. She's just throwing around, climbing onto the tower and attacking strategically, coming back to the tower. And the whole sequence is just, it looks really good, right? Like Attack on Titan, the art is almost always on point. This time, the animation is keeping up with it. There's a lot of it's really dynamic sequence. So overall, in terms of keeping up the energy for that second half, it's pretty good. In that second half, we also have the events like Krista getting on and just start yelling at Ymir to do better. And that's hilarious in its own way. Seeing Krista get up there and just get so emotionally invested was probably one of the highlights of the episode. And once Ymir gets the picture and she starts just flinging the bricks out, it looks pretty cool. Like, Ymir does take down quite a few of the Titans, but unfortunately, her Titan isn't built for strength, it seems. So she just gets wiped out eventually, which was unfortunate. And that is a pretty terrifying sequence as well, when she's being eaten alive by the other Titans. Like, my god, I think that's the first time we've seen one of the Titan shifters get that destroyed. Actually, we only have Eren and the female Titan, and they've never been attacked to that degree by Titans. Regardless, that whole little sequence was pretty, it was, how would I say it? It was pretty intense, because even with Ymir being a Titan, she was still in trouble. Like, everyone that was still there was still in trouble. And the next sequence I really enjoyed for that moment was when Ymir goes up to grab people and she tells them to grab on, or something along the lines. It's broken English when she says it. But at that point, that's a soft confirmation that the Beast Titan must be a Titan shifter, because at this point we can see that, we can confirm for sure that the Titan shifters can talk. And so the Beast Titan that has such perfect language, has to be a Titan shifter. That's just the natural logic that's flowing there. Anywho, everyone grabs onto Ymir, the tower falls. Pretty nice looking sequence, but the Titans are still up because it didn't crush their necks. That was unfortunate, because everything after that is just terrifying. Krista almost gets eaten, but thankfully the scouts finally show up. They do their thing, and in the midst of all that, Eren goes in and he tries to kill something. He's celebrating because it's his first kill. Like, my god, man, not the time. You have your friends are in trouble. Come on, buddy. Just calm down. You'll get your chance another time. And it's just funny. It's just funny that he's still doing things like that. Anyway, Ymir is still alive at the end. She was recovered. She lost a limb or two, but she's probably gonna grow it back. It's all good. Everything worked out the way it needed to. We lost a bunch of people, but we got our scouts still there. So now the big thing is now the mystery of Ymir. She is now a wealth of information. She is a source of information that's going to be great to just talk to. People are wondering her allegiances because she kept this information from them. it's going to be pretty interesting. But then in the next episode preview, we see what is most likely the Colossal Titan. So what's going to happen there? You know, it seems that this is going to trigger some pretty big events now that the Beast Titan's around. So wherever we go from here, we're probably not going to get that much information out of Ymir if we're going into that giant fight in the next episode. I hope it's not going to be too bad. I hope the casualties are going to be, you know, realistically reduced. I hope. Anyway, let's put that to the side for next week. The first half of the episode, however, was again just focusing on the storyline that Ymir and Krista, or Historia, have. At this point, you know, their story seems to be very rooted in identity, right? Krista's living on under a false name. Ymir gets mad at that. She wants Krista to accept her name. Ymir's of the opinion that her name is special and she's not going to let other people win by forsaking her name. So, you know, it's a very interesting storyline. These are the only two characters that have this storyline going on. One that involves who they are and who their identity is. And it again touches on Krista's tendencies to want to die somewhere. You know, she wants to go down like a hero, kind of. Make people think like, yeah, she died for a good cause. It's like, you know, it's a pretty interesting perspective for Krista to have. And Ymir being the one that pops in there and is her counterpoint. It's also pretty interesting given how she found out about Krista's whole shenanigan or her whole deal. It's just very interesting because we know that Ymir was scavenging around and she heard about the situation, and then she joined the scouting troop because she wanted to meet this girl. It's still a very odd thing going on there, but still Krista has that importance. She has that importance attached to her. We are building up towards her importance. We found out from the pastor, and now we're getting confirmation from Ymir's flashback. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the anime is going to reveal all that. But again, it's executing things pretty much the same way the manga did, with a few key exposition shots that are different, that are like kind of expressing more of the hopelessness of the situation. And I still don't know if Attack on Titan is going to be 24 episodes or 12 episodes, but it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they're going to pace things out and exactly where we're going to end off about 6 or 7 episodes from now. Anyway, next episode is going to be explosive. I am really excited because then at that point it'll just be, if it is the episode where the Colossal Titan is showing up according to the preview, then it's going to be pretty explosive. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Overall, it's a very pretty episode. It does what it set out to do pretty well. It shows Ymir being a badass. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, I hope you have a great day.